Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. I'm Shawn DeKnight, and Sheriff, good to have you back in the big chair.
Oh, it's absolutely delightful to be back. I tell you, being away isn't what it's all cut out to be. Being away from so many of our issues that are going on, and thank you for keeping things rolling along with the staff. Just excited about the opportunity, particularly the discussion we're going to have today about legal services in North Florida. That's huge in terms of its impact in our community, where we got so many issues going on, and this organization is going to step in that breach and assist our citizens who otherwise might get left out or be harmed by the criminal justice system itself. So I'm excited about today's program.
Yeah, we often talk about crimes of desperation, and the more we can position our citizens to be successful, the better off we all are.
Absolutely. One of the things worst thing we can do, I should say, is arrest wrong people. Get people who only because of circumstances find themselves in harm's way. That is, a child that's been molested. That child should not, if he hadn't committed any other crime, should not be in the system. And that's what we want to talk about today. How can we prevent that from happening? And that's what Legal Services in North Florida provides to us.
Yeah, they help so many families in our community navigate difficult situations. And this is what All In is really about. It's really bringing together all those organizations out there that support our community and put us in a position to lessen crime.
Absolutely, Shonda. We can't do this without all of our citizens engaged. And again, this is an example. Wherever you are out there in our community, if you can volunteer your time to assist people who are underemployed, some who are find themselves on the streets homeless. If we can reach out and help those persons, we'll make our community a whole lot better.
Absolutely. So a lot of resources that Legal Services of North Florida is offering to our community. So you want to be sure to stick around coming up after the break, ensuring that all members of our community, regardless of income, have access to legal help. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Deputy Sean Shepard with the Leon County Detention Facility. This is your Crime Tip Tuesday.
Scammers are impersonating Sheriff Walt McNeil and are calling people, demanding payment over the phone. This is not Sheriff McNeil or anyone from the Leon County Sheriff's Office. Do not become a victim of a scam call. Here are some tips to help you recognize and stop a scam. Law enforcement will not call you requiring payment for fines and fees. If they ask you to pay fees to avoid a warrant for your arrest, immediately hang up the phone. If the caller is aggressive and put an unrealistic time limit on you to pay via gift card, green dot card, or any other form of payment, hang up.
And that's your Crime Tip. Have a great day.
Human trafficking is slavery.
And it happens all over America.
Any child, any woman, any man could potentially become a victim of human trafficking.
I am a victim of labor trafficking.
I was a victim of child sex trafficking, but now I own my body.
Human trafficking is any kind of forced labor.
It can happen to anybody.
I am a mother.
I am an author.
I am a son.
I'm an advocate.
I am an educator.
I'm a sister.
I am a brother.
I'm so much more than what happened to me. I am strong.
I am brave.
I am outspoken.
I am compassionate.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor of human trafficking.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy? Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal? Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
Welcome back. Navigating the legal system can be overwhelming, especially if you're facing evictions, dealing with domestic violence, or trying to keep custody of your children. For thousands of people in our community, access to justice depends on organizations like Legal Services of North Florida. Joining me now is Rashel Johnson, Director of Pro Bono and Volunteer Engagement, to share what you're doing at the Legal Services of North Florida. Explain to our audience exactly what you do and how can we have access.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me today. I really appreciate this opportunity. Legal Services of North Florida, we are a private civil nonprofit legal aid for the vulnerable as well as those who are low income. Our service area, Sheriff McNeil, is all the way from Tallahassee to Pensacola.
Wow.
And the areas in between. And also the facts regarding the demographics that we serve. In this area alone, Tallahassee, we have about 14,000 people who are veterans. We have 17% of our population who actually deal with poverty. 18% of all children are impoverished. 12% of our population locally are disabled. And when you also think about our entire service area, we have over 200,000 people who actually meet the 125% poverty and below line that we get to serve at Legal Services of North Florida.
My God, that's a lot of issues you guys are dealing with.
Yes,
What are some specific services you provide to citizens that find themselves in those circumstances?
Yes, sir. So in this area, as I was saying, from Tallahassee to Pensacola, many people deal with one civil legal issue. Believe it or not, 39% deal with 5 or more, and 20% deal with 10 or more. Those go from tenant and landlord issues, domestic violence issues, seeking safety. Some of our clients, they're dealing with stalking issues, things that actually come across your deputy's desk that they have to help with, custody issues, child support issues. We also are dealing with fraud right now. There's a big issue right now with fraud when it comes to deeds and elder law scams, all these things that your deputies have to deal with and bring to your attention. So anywhere from family law to consumer law to helping with foreclosure and housing issues, you will find us as a part of those stories with many of the people that your deputies have to serve as well.
My goodness. Rashel, why is it so important that people have access to your services, particularly poor people in our community?
Because it's just exactly what you said, Sheriff McNeil, access, right? So when it deals with low income and we engage with somebody in crisis, you and your deputies, you're trained, you know, you're first responders, but most of us when we deal with crises, we have to have help on knowing what is the best next step. And legal services comes in to try to provide that help. But when you also are dealing with financial issues, oftentimes you are just supposed with what is the best next step and can I afford it? So as we know, elderly people are dealing with decisions on whether or not they can afford their medications. Families are dealing with utilities and rent. We're in back to school time. People are having to buy clothes and also school supplies. And all these decisions sometimes keep certain populations out of the arena of seeking justice for their civil legal aid issues.
Yeah, real quickly, tell us about your organization, the pro bono aspect of what you do, and why is that so important?
The reason it's so important is because so many people are in need of having access and bridging this gap to legal services, as I was saying earlier. When you look at the fact that you're looking at 200,000 people at 125% of poverty or below, and them having civil legal aid issues, if it wasn't for pro bono volunteers, we wouldn't be able to serve them all. We only have a certain number of attorneys that work for Legal Services of North Florida and other legal aid departments. So pro bono volunteers are needed to ensure that as many people that can be helped are helped.
Wow, you all do a tremendous service to our community.
Thank you.
I am just blown away with what you've shared with us thus far. I know we're going to talk more about your programs and how it's impacting the folks in our communities. So thank you. When we come back, Rashel will share how you can get involved, whether you're an attorney, a volunteer, or someone in need of support.
Hey everybody, it's going to be just plain hot out there.
In 70-degree weather, it takes only minutes for the inside of your car to heat up like an oven. At 104 degrees, heat stroke begins, followed by loss of consciousness. Every year, almost 40 children die of heat stroke after being forgotten in a vehicle. A simple change in daily routine is often the cause. Look before you lock. Brought to you by Kids in Cars.
In times of stress such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying. But you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling. Love is not frightening. And love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. In Florida, call the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area. Or for more information, email the Domestic Violence Coordinating Council at dvcctally@gmail.com.
At the Florida Sheriff's Association, we are able to serve our sheriffs and Floridians thanks to our members' support. The FSA Member Perks program was created to give back to our members for all that they do. Members enjoy savings on restaurants, vacations, golf courses, car rentals, healthcare, movie tickets, theme parks, online shopping, and more. With over 300,000 offers, you'll always find ways to save. To learn more or to join the Florida Sheriff's Association, visit fsamemberperks.org.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything is in everything. Even when you think things could never ever be the same, don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path, all you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
We're continuing our conversation with Rashel Johnson from Legal Services in North Florida, an organization that's making justice accessible to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to get those services. Talk to us about what do you do and how do you make sure you are meeting the need of our communities?
Thank you, Sheriff McNeil, again. Anything that keeps someone up at night when it comes to a legal aid, a civil situation, we're probably out there helping. And I'll give you a few examples. We help grandparents who now find themselves in the situation where they're seeking custody for their grandchildren. Maybe the parents have passed away and now they need assistance with seeking temporary custody. We help persons, tenants, even students. We have a lot of students in this community who need help navigating eviction situations, tenant situations where the homes they're living are not safe or up to code. We help persons of all genders who are seeking safety assistance civilly when it comes to injunctions because of domestic violence, stalking. We're seeking help for children who are facing trauma because their parents are going through a divorce, and we want to come alongside them and try to make that as easy as possible when it's already such a hard situation. And a lot of fraud is happening now, especially towards our elderly population with deeds and foreclosures and things like that in which they need our assistance.
You know, it's amazing as you talk about this that you can provide services at all. The fact is, you talked about this is the entire Big Bend region that you're providing these services for. So how are you able to accomplish that? How are you able to serve that population?
First of all, we have an amazing staff at Legal Services of North Florida, from attorneys to paralegals to intake staff and other persons who have dedicated themselves to this mission. But we also have volunteers that come alongside us and support us. These volunteers can be anyone from experienced attorneys to, we have a lot of volunteers from FSU Law School and other law schools across the state. We have undergraduate students who help us, as well as high school students. We really do depend on community support, and we are receiving it.
So you've got this outreach effort. Who qualifies? Who qualifies to come in and provide those kind of services? You train these people, if they're volunteers, they're just mom and pop off the streets? Do they have to be attorneys, have to be in law enforcement? Explain that to the audience.
That's a great question, Sheriff McNeil. Everyone can help in their own ways. Some people help by attending our events, like I've heard that you've done Dancing with the Stars before, and that's a way that people help. They come and support events, they buy tickets. Some people help by being what we call partners in service, where they provide financial support. But for those who actually want to do work, we can get them background screened if they're working with case law situations or cases directly. And then for those who are not working with cases directly, we may have office support that they can do. For attorneys and law students in particular, they help us in a number of ways, from doing helpline advice, where they actually call clients and give them free legal advice by phone, from taking cases from the beginning to the end and going to court with them. Sometimes an attorney, Sheriff McNeil, will say, I don't want to go to court the entire time because I just don't have that time commitment, but I will come along and help with a mediation or with a crucial point in that case. And then we also have attorneys who will provide consultation on how to do tough litigation for our office. So there's multiple ways that persons can help and serve Legal Services of North Florida and serve their community through us.
Wow, I am, each time you say something, I'm just blown away. For our audience listening here today, how can they get in touch with you if they have a desire to volunteer their time or have concerns about how to improve our community?
We have a great website that they can go to, www.lsnf.org. On that website are a couple of tabs. One is a tab to volunteer, and that tab will come directly to me as the pro bono director. I'll get their name and information and be in touch with many opportunities. A lot of those opportunities are also listed on our website. In addition to that, you can also go to that same website to look at the events that we have. The reason this is important, Sheriff McNeil, is many of those events are outreaches. We have a second judicial clinic that happens twice a year here, right in Tallahassee at NIMS Middle School. Many people come to that clinic for free legal advice. We're in libraries across the region. We're in churches across the region. We're at schools across the regions doing free outreaches where persons can come, get free resources or free legal advice right on the spot as walk-ins. And then finally, if they want to actually see if we can take their case, they will go through a intake procedure, which will be calling 850-385-9007 or applying on our website again at www.lsnf.org.
Thanks, Rashel. Up next, in our Deputy on Duty, support the Leon County Sheriff's Office Foundation, and you could walk away with a brand new Infiniti SUV. Details ahead. Stay tuned.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy?
Yeah, bro, I'm picking up. Same guy. I bet. Got you 5.
Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen. Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
I tell my son, I love you, every single day.
On this episode of Deputy on Duty, the newly launched Leon County Sheriff's Office Foundation is building bridges with our community.
My name's Tim McGregor, and I'm the president of the Leon County Sheriff's Office Foundation.
Before becoming a foundation, it was formerly known as the Citizens Academy Alumni Association, allowing one to continue giving back to the community.
The LCSO Foundation was initiated really to provide support to the department, to the deputies, and really to help us envision and enact Sheriff McNeil's vision of what he wants to do in the community, of uplifting, inspiring, protecting, engaging, getting the community involved. And we are just one of those tools to help the sheriff and help the deputies get the message out and provide the kind of service and interaction with the community that ultimately provides that uplift and inspire and protection.
The foundation acts as a vital support system for both the community and LCSO through a variety of initiatives.
One of which near and dear to my heart is the Sheriff's Explorer program. We also help provide support for the department and the deputies. So maybe there's some equipment that they need that is not provided for otherwise in the budget. We have things like the summer camp that we get young men and young women engaged, no charge to them, interacting with deputies, members of the department. Just it's mentorship, it's education, it's training, and it's fun. And I just, because of the support of donations and the foundation, it's free to them. And then there's other things like community outreach.
If you wish to support the foundation, there are multiple sponsorship tiers available for you to choose from.
We have several different levels, starting with $100 all the way up to $10,000, or if someone wants to donate more, we will gladly accept those donations.
Through the various sponsorship tiers, the foundation can help provide additional funding for these initiatives.
So all those things I talked about, the Explorer program, the community outreach, the equipment support, the summer camps, if you want to participate and help out the department, help out the sheriff's office and the deputies and the members, as they're engaged with the explorers or the summer camps or the outreach programs, it requires funding to do it. And that funding is going to come through the foundation, in large part through the foundation. And so folks that want to contribute, that they want to help Sheriff McNeil, help the sheriff's office achieve that vision and those opportunities to unite and uplift and inspire and protect. If you can contribute and help us out with those activities, we can absolutely engage in those activities, engage with the community, focused on a couple of these programs with young men and young women.
To kick off the launch of the foundation, we are excited to announce the LCSO Foundation Vehicle Raffle, where one person will receive a QX60 Infiniti.
We are very blessed with the support of Chris Kraft and the Infiniti of Tallahassee. We have a 2025 QX60 Lux Edition SUV that we are going to be giving away. We have a raffle limited to 1,200 tickets, so I'm not really a statistician, but if you buy a ticket, you got a 1 in 1,200 chance of winning. At most, we're going to sell 1,200 tickets, and they're $125. They can be purchased either through the foundation's website or the foundation's Facebook page, or directly to our website, which is lcso.foundation, lcso.foundation. And you can pay for a ticket, $125, and on August the 25th, that's the last date that we're going to be taking donations for the tickets. We're going to hold the drawing on August the 28th, and whoever's name and ticket gets drawn, you will win a 2025 Infiniti QX60.
For more information on how you can get involved, visit lcso.foundation. For Leon County Today, I'm Giovanni Hampton.
an email from the post office. How do they even know my email address?
They don't. This is a bogus email sent by scammers that looks like it is coming from the Postal Service, or even the Postmaster General himself. The email contains fraudulent information about an attempted or intercepted package delivery, and provides a link to click on to find out when delivery is expected. But that click can activate a virus, which can steal personal information such as usernames, passwords, or financial account numbers stored on the computer or mobile devices. Here are some telltale signs that an email is bogus. It contains poor grammar or spelling errors. It states that immediate action must be taken or there'll be dire consequences. It requests personal information under the guise of reconfirming information. The Postal Service does not notify customers about package delivery attempts by email. If you receive such a message, don't open it. Instead, forward it to spam@uspis.gov and then delete the email.
Download the Leon County Sheriff's Office mobile app right now. Our mobile app makes it easier than ever to report a crime and get important safety alerts. And follow reported crimes in your neighborhood, all in one convenient location in the palm of your hands. Download LCSO Connect right now. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play by searching LCSO Connect. You can more details about the features of the app on our website, leoncountyso.com.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. And Sheriff, someone out there is going to drive away in a brand new Infiniti.
I'm telling you, if they aren't buying those tickets for this Infiniti that we're trying to sell to help our foundation, to help us be all in again with our community to fight crime, I mean, what can you get? $250?
$125. You get two tickets for $250.
Right. You can't beat that. And I'm hoping that citizens out there will help us out and walk away with this brand new $60-some thousand Infiniti SUV. You can't beat that anywhere in the country.
That's right. So go out and get those tickets, lcso.foundation. We want to thank you all for joining us for another episode. Have a great day.